Is Britain broken? Well, clearly not. Why then has this bit of political alliteration attracted so much attention? Well, one reason is that it appeals to a nagging feeling in the back of a lot of minds that things are not quite as they should be. And these things range from the economy, to the NHS, to schools, and to a whole raft of other things that annoy contemporary British people. The pernicious side of this bit of political discourse is that it tends to draw attention to particular groups. If Britain was unbroken in the past, this is to say, someone must have come along and broken it. And that draws attention to either those who are new in our community or those who are newly marginal, the symptoms of broken Britain. And so attention is drawn to immigrant populations, the poor, single mothers, unruly youth, and so on. What's strange about that, though, is that these groups almost by definition have the least capacity to break something as big and substantial as a society. Breaking a society presumably takes some doing. Can we look elsewhere for more plausible explanations of a broken Britain then? Well, roughly at the time that these marginal groups became more noticeable to the media, roughly from the 1950s onwards, big changes happened in British society and economy, the consequences of which we're still living with. Starting in the 1950s, money started to flow across international borders without any recourse to the state. During the 1960s, we invented corporate citizens with at least as many rights, but far fewer responsibilities as ordinary citizens. And the result of all this was that some parts of Britain, the wealthier parts, have left. They have gone offshore. What this means is that a large part of the wealth that Britain creates leaves Britain behind. The resources that we need to sustain the services and so on are not available. We used to solve this problem by redistributing wealth through taxation, not socialism or communism, just common sense. We've replaced that with a system that redistributes responsibility downwards to the most vulnerable people in our community, but the resources needed to meet those responsibilities elsewhere entirely. We should fix that.